Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is a very exciting day for me. It feels a little bit like Christmas because, as you can see here, I am on the Orbea website and I am about to choose and spec my brand new 2025 Orbea Rise. I'm going to be using the MYO customization page and I'm going to run you through the options, the endless options of what you can do to choose your own bike, and this is going to be my actual bike. Now, before we get stuck into this video, don't forget, for your chance to win a mountain bike holiday in Spain, all you have to do is comment on this video or any other videos on my YouTube channel for your automatic entry to the prize, which is a huge prize. We've never done a prize like this. Mountain bike holiday in Spain in conjunction with Orbea, Boom Adventures and myself. It's going to be amazing. It's basically the best comment wins. So comment on any of my videos. Right, enough chatting. Let's get stuck into MYO customization. First things first, we go onto the Orbea website. You can access the homepage here, obviously. Now we are on the customization tab, and we're obviously going to go e-bikes, and then you're going to click on Rise, which gets you to this lovely page here. Now, as you can see, as I hover over some of these bits here, everything changes. It basically highlights the areas. Now, the drop-down menu on the right-hand side of the page here is going to go through all of those options. So we're going to start at the very top. So we've got Rise SL. That's not for me. That is a super light. I would like the longer travel. So I'm going to go for the long travel LT M Team. That is the spec. We're going to go yes, please. Now, it does take a little bit of time. You need to remember that there's a lot of data that's going through this web page. So if you find that it's a little bit slower when you're on it as well, that's just the reason. It's not that your internet is slow, it's just that there's a lot of info on this page. As you can imagine, when the web developers came up with this, the amount of availability and options is just so vast that there's so much information there. So we've got to just bear with it there. So, indicate the size. Now, on this one, I'm actually going to go for a large, which is my first large Orbea. This is the 420 watt-hour battery. These are the options here. I'm actually going to go for the bigger battery. I'm going to go for a 630. I would like a little bit longer range. Normally, I would be on an XL, but I'm going to go large just because I want a bit more of a playful bike. A lot of my bikes are big. You know, I'm quite tall as well. I'm 6'2". But that does mean that I am able to jump from a large to an extra large, and I've demoed a large and I really enjoyed it. So I would like it to be large and playful, and the amount of extra weight is really not that bad. So I'm going to put in my name here. Finish on paint. Do we want to go for matte or gloss? All of my other bikes are gloss, so I'm going to go for the gloss paint. And as you click it, you can see there's a change on here. Again, I highlight it by hovering over. Main frame color. As you can see, there's quite a lot. There's a lot of colors on here. Now, I'm going to stick with the rest of my fleet of bikes this year. So I'm going to go spicy lime here. And as you can see, immediately the bike changes. Bit of a shine to it as well because of that gloss paint. I love that. That will take us on to, oh, by the way, you've got special finishes here as well. So that is an extra if you would like to jump up to carbon raw, wine red carbon. There's so many here that are beautiful colors. Secondary frame color. Now, I could go spicy lime again, and that would change the top tube here. But I am going to go for anthracite glitter. That's what I've got on all the other bikes. It's like a silvery gray, but it's got that glitter to it, which I really like, especially in the sunshine here in Spain. You can show off quite a bit more. Lovely, we're going to move on from here. We've got detail of frame color as well, so you could put all of the different ones. I'm actually going to go for titanium because I think that matches really well. And you can just see it there. I can't hover over it because it changes, but as you can see, that just adds a little bit to it. It looks like a bit of a snake skin. I really like that. Orbea logo, again, I'm going to stick with anthracite glitter. I like just two colors on my bike. Now, Susie, she would go for 100 colors. I think it's a bit too much, but that is the beauty of MYO. You can customize it for what you want. You don't have to go for what everyone else has. You can make your own bike, and you can be pretty sure that no one else is going to go for the same as you. Rise logo, again, I'm going to stick anthracite glitter. Really happy with that. We've got extra logos as well. Again, I'm going to go anthracite glitter. As I go through these, you guys can probably see this is the reason why there are so many options, and that's why you could end up with a bike like nobody else has got. Advanced Dynamics logo, that's on the frame as well. I'm just going to leave that in, I think that's black. Yep, we're going to leave that in black. The wheels, now this is the decal that sits halfway over the wheel. If I highlight it there, you can see it's just popping up. Again, anthracite glitter, but it's matte, so it's not gloss, and that's fine by me, so I'm going to stick with that. That suits me quite well. You can change, you could save £700 and you could change your wheel set to the MC32 Team, but I'm going to stay with the MC32 Limited. Onwards we go. Max's tyres, I'm not going to be using those. I'm sponsored by Schwalbe. I'm very happy with Schwalbe, so I will leave that there, and we will have some Schwalbe tyres when it arrives. Now the handlebars. This is something that a lot of people I've found, especially UK riders and myself included, like a higher rise bar. So you've got two options basically. They both come at 800 wide, but you could have 20mm rise or you could have 35mm rise. So I'm going to jump up and go 35mm rise. That also gives you a lot more options when you think about it. When you roll the bars, if you have a 35mm rise to it, you can actually make the bike feel longer. So especially in my circumstances where I've gone for a large, I should possibly well be on a extra large. If I go for a large, I've got the option of rolling that bar just a little bit further forward, and it makes the bike feel longer. Okay, the wheelbase is obviously staying the same, but you can create a bigger feeling to the bike. I love that. I love having that adjustability. Rotors. Now something else for this year, we're going to be stocking with Galfer Shark rotors. Oh, I've just scrolled up there. Let's go back to that one. So I'm going to be going for the Shark rotors, and also this gives you a 203 and 203 rear option. So I will be going for that, yes please. Range extender, I am definitely interested in that. So this extra 210 watt hours range extender, if I click it, as you can see, it jumped straight into where the water bottle would go. The simplicity of this and the amazement of the design, last Orbea Rise I thought was incredible. This one is, I mean, well, the whole slogan for this bike is the best just got better. And it's so true, because the Orbea Rise is well known as one of the best lightweight eMTBs on the planet. And it's just got better. So yes, please, look at that, sleek, beautiful. Linkage, spare part color. What have we got here? We've got seat posts. Now, Orbea are doing their own seat post option, and this has really grabbed my attention. So if you look here, you've got all of the options. So they're all 31.6, that's the diameter. You could go for a 150, a 180, 210, 230 in Fox Transfer. You can also do the same on the Orbea one. Now, I don't want to say anything bad about Fox. I don't want to say anything bad about anyone, but I really think that honesty is paramount in my position. I think that there are so many influencers that are out there that are just saying amazing things about brands because they're scared of upsetting people or anything like that. Now, when I present or tell you guys about my feelings on something, I don't mean any offense, I don't mean to upset any of these brands, but I think it's very important that I actually tell you what I think, because otherwise, what's the point? I could just sit here and be like, yeah, buy this, buy that. I don't think that's very constructive. So I'm going to tell you guys that I don't think the Fox Transfer over the last year, 2 years has been as good as it could have been. And I think that the Orbea one has been fantastic. So I may well be going for a 230 Orbea mounting control seat post. And also that saves £175 if you are buying the bike. It does change the colour as well. And I know a lot of people are buying bikes based on their looks as opposed to what the components do. For me, a seat post, I use it so much. I'm constantly adjusting my riding position, and the Orbea one has been phenomenal from all the things I've seen and tested myself, whereas the Fox one, maybe it's got better. The issues that I found with it is the stickiness. So sometimes it goes down, you push the button to release to send the dropper back up, and it's just sticking. There's some sort of problem inside. Maybe Fox have fixed that, and if so, amazing. Big thumbs up from me. Again, I don't mean any offense to you guys. Don't shoot me. Right, display, moving on. The display, this is something that I really, really like having. Now, last year, my Orbea Rise, or I should say this year, the one that I've currently got, did not come with a EN600 cycle computer. The Orbea Rise connects to your Garmin watch, it will connect to your phone as well, the app, it is brilliant. However, that said, I like data. I love seeing as much as I possibly can. That's why I'm a massive fan of quad lock. I have the quad lock with my phone on the bars, which gives me so much more data than everyone else, and being able to do messages and emails on the go, because I spend a lot of my day on a bike. It's very handy. That said, by having this EN600 cycle computer from Shimano, that gives me a load more data on another screen. Now, I don't find it in the way, I don't find it off-putting, but simple things like battery. That cycle computer tells you the battery, and you can just do it at a glance. You don't have to cycle through or change your screen on your Garmin, or your Garmin on the bars, or your phone. You can just see it. So I am definitely requesting one of those. Yes, please. Okay, onto the shock. Lots of options this year, and this is one of the most exciting things about the Rise. We have got the option of putting a coil. Now, we didn't have the coil last year. The Occam that is also in the Orbea range has had a huge influence on the new Rise. As you can see, the cross member coming across here, the design of the frame, the option of having SL or LT, all of that comes into play, and that's why I'm very excited about this bike, because the Occam is my favorite mountain bike ever. So going on to the shock, we have all of these options this year, which is very exciting. Now for me, I am definitely going to go for a coil. I find that especially riding here in Spain and the amount of racing that I do, having a coil gives that much more control and comfort. So I am going to go for the 550 coil spring. Yes, please. Thank you very much. For those of you who want to know, my weight is just under 90 kilos, and then I put riding cut on top. So that's why I've gone for the 550 spring. Some would say you should be on a 600 and some would say 500, but I've ridden 550s for the last 18 months and I feel very comfortable on that. Okay, back to the colours. We're onto the fork decal here where it says Fox 36 that will be on there. You can choose which colour you want. So you could go gold, look at that, it changes. You could go white. I am going to go for neutral, I reckon. Yeah, I think neutral because it works with the anthracite glitter. I'm really happy with that. What else have we got? We've got stem length. Now, because I am on a large, and again, like I was saying with the bars, I've got that option of rolling them because I've got the higher rise bar, I do feel that the reach on this bike is going to be a bit shorter for me. Therefore, I'm going to just push that stem length a little bit further than I normally would. So I am going to go for a 50. That will give me that little bit better reach and hopefully make the bike feel even more natural. And back to the customization of colors, I love this. As you can see, when I've come onto here, it's changed the screen and it's given us this back end of the bike. Now, as I type, so obviously we're gonna name it. I am called Ben, and as you can see, on the seat stay there, Ben. So you can write anything. I'm just gonna go with my name. You could write anything you want on there. You can customize it for you, and that is another beauty of this system. And again, not just you can put your name on there or write whatever you want, you can choose the color of it. Again, I'm gonna stick with anthracite glitter. It works with the rest of the bike. And that brings us to an end. Using these tabs down here, we can get different views of the bike. So if I click here, again, like I said, you've got to just bear with it because there's so much information going through this system. It takes a lot of time for it to load. So we can get the side view. We can click on front view. Oh, it's a looker, isn't it? It really is a looker. So excited to test this with the new Di2 electric shifting from Shimano that's plugged straight into the main battery. This is going to be a weapon. I can guarantee, and I'll say this now on the channel, I guarantee I'll win a race on this. Guarantee it. Oh, what a beauty. And as you can see there, you can just see from that photo the flip chip that will sit there, having the option of changing it from the high position to the low position. That will give you a slightly slacker head angle or a steeper head angle if you want it, and adjust the BB height and obviously the seat tube as well. That's the three main things that changes with it. That is beautiful. And then all you need to do, when you've got to this point here, you've got no more options to scroll any further. You can just download the PDF. That will save the PDF, send that to your local bike shop, and they will arrange, using that PDF file, that bike is made exactly how you have chosen it. Really hope you've enjoyed this video. I am like a kid in a sweet shop right now because I'm like, this is dreamy, very dreamy. I'm going to download the PDF. I'm sending that to my local bike shop, and I will let you guys know when this bike arrives. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. Like and subscribe.